They met every morning at 7:45. Same train. Same seats. Same silence. He was 24. Headphones on, sketchbook in hand, always lost in thoughts. She was 43. Elegant, calm, with a sadness she carried like perfume. They never spoke, but their eyes did. Every day, one glance, just one. And somehow that became the only part of the day that felt real. No one could have guessed that this silent connection would turn into the most beautiful and the most forbidden love story of their lives. A love that crossed years, boundaries, and something far deeper than time itself. The city's morning rush always looked the same: tired faces, cold coffee, the sound of metal tracks echoing like routine. Aram boarded the 7:45 every day to reach his new job. But one morning, he noticed her. A woman sitting by the window, her eyes fixed outside like she was searching for someone who wasn't coming back. Her hair had hints of silver, her hands held an old book, and her face— it was the kind of beauty that time couldn't erase, only deepen. From that day, Aram began timing his train just to see her. He never spoke, but his sketches started to look like her: the curve of her lips, the loneliness in her gaze, the way she'd close her eyes whenever the train crossed the river. It took 3 weeks before she smiled at him. A quiet, knowing smile, the kind that says, "I see you too." That smile changed everything. He started noticing the details: the silver ring on her finger, the faint scent of lavender, the way her reflection in the window seemed sadder than her real face. One morning, as the train stopped longer than usual, their eyes met again. And this time, she spoke. "You draw," she said softly. "Yes," he replied nervously. "Then maybe one day, draw me," she smiled. And just like that, the distance between them started to shrink. Her name was Mira, a literature professor, widowed, quiet. She loved poetry but hated talking about her past. Aram, on the other hand, was all energy, chasing dreams, struggling with rent, yet drawn to her as if the world made sense only when she was near. They started meeting off the train, cafes, art galleries, walks by the river. And each time, the unspoken tension between them grew stronger. But there was something strange. Mira never shared where she lived, never answered calls at night, and always ended their meetings before sunset. It was as if she existed only in daylight, and disappeared once the sun went down. The distance between us, one rainy evening when the train broke down midway, they sat in silence, just the sound of rain hitting the glass. Then Aram finally asked, "Why do you always leave before it gets dark?" Mira turned her face away. "Because some people are meant to be seen, not kept." He didn't understand then. He just knew he wanted her. Her laughter, her silence, her everything. That night, he sketched her face again. But when he looked closely, he realized something was off. Her reflection in the drawing was fading. Chapter 5. The Disappearance. Next morning, she wasn't there. Nor the next day, nor the next week. The 7:45 felt empty now, like a story cut mid-sentence. Desperate, Aram searched her name online. Nothing, no photos, no address, no record. Almost like she never existed. Until one evening, as he walked near the train station art wall, he froze. There, among the murals, was a faded painting. A woman by the window, reading the same book Mira always carried. Below it was written, "In memory of Mira Khan, died 10 years ago today." The truth beyond time, Aram couldn't move. His hands shook. Mira was gone long before he ever met her. Or maybe she wasn't. Maybe love finds its own way across time, across worlds. Maybe she was still there, in that seat, in that smile, in the train that always carried her memories. That night, Aram boarded the same 7:45 again, sketchbook open, heart heavy. And just before the train crossed the river, he looked up. She was there, same window seat, same smile. But this time, when she looked at him, her lips moved. And he heard it clearly. The distance between us was never real. No one believed him. But every morning at 7:45, Arham still takes that train. He sits by the window sketching her face, a woman only he can see, and sometimes, just sometimes, passengers notice something strange, a faint scent of lavender, a ghost of a smile near the glass, because love, when real, doesn't die. It just travels a little slower, until it finds its way back.